officer.
We have some undesirables knocking on our door. I have hostile ships capturing our base.
Damage control, we've got criticals everywhere. Buy us time. They've seen us.
Jump destination. Success. Hit them now for maximum damage.
Shoot them out of the sky.
Alert! Prepare for blink!
Major systems offline. Bye-bye, Ratbag.
Enemy ship now vulnerable.
We've been spotted. We're dead.
Cohort set. Ready when you are.
Defend the base with all we got.
Now's our chance, while their defenses are down.
Time to cause a ruckus, people.
Target is marked. Open fire.
Engines offline.
Target spotted and marked. Hit them hard while we can. Now fire on that target! Now that's the way to do it! Woohoo! You took that guy apart!
Target location confirmed. Awaiting further orders.
upset the other passengers.
There's no one else here.
What happened to the train?
You're weird. Come on! I need my big sister. Just until we fixed everything. Cool!
Sorry, Finn. I've really got to go.
They're no good. None of them are any good.
Finn! What are you doing with all our stuff? We made all this together.
If you didn't want this stuff any more, then neither did I.
I hadn't forgotten all this. You didn't have to destroy it all.
Once I started, I couldn't stop. You abandoned me.
It wasn't like that.
It was to me. What's he doing here? He wants to take you away from me. Please stay! Scarlet!
Alright, welcome to Let's Play Fourtex Jugo with me, Stage Fright, as your guy trying to get all the way through the video without saying What we're hoping is that you'll open this game up or the demo and you'll hit this green button. And this, oh, well, no, that's probably not what will happen. Alright. Let me show you what will probably happen. What will probably happen is this is what will happen. This is the first level of the campaign. Purple Haze is the name of the levels are over here on the right. The target score, which is what you need to know about because that's what you're trying to get, is over here after the name. Got a tutorial. If you don't read or speak English, you can still use the tutorial. Not sure. Oh, that's one. I get one. And if you don't want to play the tutorial, or you've already played it, anymore, you can just go ahead and make whatever move you want, or hit that big red skip tutorial. Let me go ahead and play this. That was okay. All right, here's the second level. And I'm just going to show you real quick how I play. I've been given clear instructions and I'm not to explain anything. I do want to point out that this game, to me, is a bit like Sudoku, or better yet, Killer Sudoku. After it's been dragged through the looking glass and had another dimension or two tacked onto it. It has a number of disparate elements to the mechanics, but everything makes sense. So, for example, this is the one thing I'm going to explain. The shapes are going to add together in a way that makes sense. If instead of circles, squares, and triangles, we had rock, paper, scissors, then if you add a rock to a rock, you get a rock every time. If you add things up in a different way, like a rock, and then now you add paper, you're going to get scissors. We could also just call these circles, squares, and triangles, but that seems almost too easy. I think maybe people think I'm not good at explaining things. So every one of these early levels is trying to teach you something. This one, probably the main thing it's trying to teach you is how it's not a good idea to start making voids too soon. And if you did make voids too soon, that it would be hard to win. Now in this case, because I'm pretty good at this game, even though I'm not paying a whole lot of attention to what I'm doing, I'm doing pretty well. In fact, I've got my target score. Now this 3 snuck in here. I don't know what to do with it, but that's easy. So now I can finish that out. So that's pretty good. Let me show you the next one. Another learning level. It's it's easy, but still, at the beginning, you might need a little bit of easy so you can kind of figure out what's going on. The game is a little different on each level. In other words, the whole quality of the game can be a little different. Some of the levels are like longer playing levels. So most of the levels like this one that start out with just numbers, it's going to be kind of a thing where you're paying attention to what you're doing, ideally, so that you can figure out how to accomplish what you want, which again is to get the target score. And if you're not paying attention, then chances are good at some point you make a move that kind of goofs things up for you. So the game can be played at whatever pace you like to play games. Like to make moves fast and screw up and hit the restart button, you can do that. Like to think things out, try to get it right the first time, you can do that. Here we're still pretty far away. I need to make some more voids. And you can kind of see how this is working. If I make my moves randomly, then chances are I'm not necessarily going to end up with these, we call these pies. I may not end up with the ones I want. So like here, I'm going to just think a little bit about, well, what do I want? What I want is two the same. So all right. So I accidentally finished the game before I met, and I lost because target score not met, 1 star. That's like I brought a coloring home from school, and it got put on the refrigerator, but I didn't really win. I could hit restart and try again and show you another level. This one, a quick playing level. I like this one. This one's designed to teach you that you can make moves across void, and that is a good idea. You pretty much have to learn to do that. And once you do, okay, everything's good. Relatively high target score on this, and also again, this is a fast playing level, so if you screw it up, you can just hit restart and try again. Here come the claws. Claws are an element of the game that it's not so much a time limit because you can kind of control how those claws work. So I just escaped having that claw grab. I actually did get a win on that. So again, these early levels, I find them easy, but then I'm pretty good at this game. I've been playing it for a long time. There's some games where you have to kind of think a little bit about what you're going to do. I want to introduce you to one game in particular. Some of these have a trick to them. Some are kind of almost casual type games where you don't necessarily have to pay attention. And this one, if you get this game, please play this level. It's probably my favorite level in the campaign. The simplest layout of all, and it's a pure logic puzzle. At least that's how I think of it. Now, I want to tell you that here in the daily, it's called daily right now. To me, this is the point of the game. We have 3 levels in here currently, and that's probably what we're going to have always. Is one easy one, that's this one, and we have a medium one, and we have a hard one. Obviously, the order of the levels is kind of Wonderlandish, and we'll change that. I played all 3 of these games today, and I want to show you how I did that. I'm going to take advantage of our recorder, which is where if you go to the leaderboards and find your score or anybody else's, click on that if it's gotten uploaded, which it usually does, and now you can just play it, and this way I can speed it up a bit. So this is the easy one, 2,000K, 2 million points is your target score. If you just want a real quick game, not really interested in torturing yourself mentally, it's an easy game. Let me show you the medium game. Totally different kind of game. You see that? 218 moves. So this is what I call a casual game, but that doesn't mean it's easy. In fact, this game requires a lot of concentration. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. It's what's hard about this game is if you don't concentrate, then you'll run out of moves. Every time, you really have to think about what you're doing. So if you want to waste quite a bit of time, which is what games are good for, here's a good one to do that. And yet, there's nothing mind-breaking about the puzzle here. You see exactly what you need to do. Only 200k on the target score. Basically, that means you need to make one void and maybe one or two noms, and that will give you that score. And so the trick is not accidentally ending the game like I think I did earlier on one of the other levels, and not getting stuck with no moves. Not even going to show you the rest of that. How many ohms is that? 2? That's all right. Getting close to the end here. All right, for me, the be-all and end-all of Fourtex Jugo is this level, Random Kindness. 57 moves. That's typical. You're going to get 50-something to 70 moves on 3-star win, usually in this level. Extreme difficulty. This is way beyond typical Sudoku or killer Sudoku at the hard or very hard level. And it's a really, really hard puzzle. It usually takes me several tries, sometimes many tries. Just to me, it's a beautiful puzzle. I love it. This is the one I play, so if I have time, I will play it. Try to get that 3-star win. Sometimes settle for a 2-star. 2-star is not necessarily worse than 3 stars, just a different way of playing. If I have a sacrifice or a grab, which is kind of bad, but if I have an interaction with Void, I can still win at 2 stars. It's kind of a different way of playing the game. The 3-star win is what I consider to be the purest way to play this game. It's 1,000 caves. It's hard to get that. But again, I hope you will like the game enough to check this out. I'll finish it out there. This is one where when I win this one, I feel really good. I feel like I've accomplished something. And that's about it. I hope you like what you saw. I hope to see you out on the leaderboards. Thanks for watching.